Hey there everybody, it's Eric with Better Every Shave, back with another video, and today I'm just using some things that I have that I enjoy. I can't remember if I've used the razor before in a video, probably. If not, this will be a first, but otherwise I'm just going through a shave of the day, and thought I'd get on and say hi to everybody, and that's really what today is all about. For the soap, I'm using the Gotham 5 Points. This is from Pasteur's, their first soap that wasn't a collaboration, and really enjoy this one. Just a fantastic sort of sweet, kind of like a earthy, well, not really earthy because there's no woods or anything that I can smell. Anyway, I'll stick the scent notes on here. I don't know them off by heart. I just know that I like how it smells. And yeah, just a great release. I thank Pasteur for sending this to me for review, and yeah, just definitely one that I get lots of soaps for review that I will try several times for the review. You know, I'll generally appreciate them for, you know, most modern soaps are going to have a nice feel to them and all that, but a lot of times the fragrances are a little beyond me and I just don't end up enjoying them enough to use them on any regular basis. But this is definitely one that I've used many times now, and continue to come back to. They also sent me the aftershave that goes along with it. So I have a chunk of that in the bowl. I'm going to use my Yachi Mocha Express. Love this brush. I really do. Just a beautiful thing. It fits perfectly in my hands. Nice and chunky on the bottom there. Nice facets on the side, and it has the. They don't call it this, but it's basically a Sinbad knot. It has that same sort of coloration, and it is just the softest tips you could ever want, but a nice amount of backbone at the bottom. So excellent brush in that knot, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and whip this up. In the interest of keeping this a shorter video, I'm just going to go ahead and do it, and then I'll be right back. All right, I have whipped it up and added a good bit of water to this, and yeah, good stuff. Absolutely no complaints about the performance of this soap. All right, let's get this lovely lather on the face. Beautiful. And then we'll go ahead and thicken it up just a touch. Almost had it. Almost had it. Oh my. Well, part of the fun is playing in the sink. I can remember being, you know, just old enough to stand up on a stool, playing in the sink with soap, and having a good old time making a mess. I think some of that is influences what I do here. Oh my. All right, so for the razor, I have a Schick. This is a Type N. This came after the M adjustable, quite obviously, but the characteristic of this one is that it's a pretty long handle. This is an M, so you can see that, you know, they're fairly similar, but the N is a little bit, the shape of it is definitely a little different, and around the neck and the head is a little sort of skinnier, I guess. And then on the face of the razor are these little sort of micro dots, or I don't know what the point is. I'm sure there was some marketing around that, and I don't remember. I mean, obviously I wasn't there. Well, I would have been alive, but I just don't remember seeing it. So anyway, in this I have a Supply black blade, and this is actually, I just put a fresh blade in here. It was my last one, so I'm gonna have to order some more. I really like those Supply black blades. So the other characteristic of this is that it's usually very mild, and I had used Schick developed twin blades. They're actually two facets on the blade. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Probably not. But there's actually two edges on the face of this blade. And it's very interesting to have a single blade razor with two edges. I don't know that I can actually feel that it has two edges, and the effect of it is that it sort of, with multi-blade cartridges, it sort of stretches the skin between the edges of the blades, so it's even milder than a single blade. At least my experience with those are Schick twin, I'm not sure what they call them. Anyway, this is my first time using a single edge blade, and the Supply blacks are, to me, the smoothest, the best combination of smooth and sharp. And yeah, and this definitely has a more efficient feel with these blades. And with the dual edge, I don't know what the best way to say it, they were way mild, and not particularly efficient. So I had a hard time actually getting a good close shave with that blade, unfortunately. So I'm hoping I don't tend to use this razor very much because of that experience, and because it had that twin blade in there. And so by switching that out and putting this in, I'm hoping that I get a better shave, and if I do, then I'm more apt to use this razor more frequently, because I do enjoy it. It's interesting because it has a super long handle, especially compared to the older Schicks, like the let's see, before the J's, so the F's, G's, and then going backward. They all had much shorter handles. And if you go back, I want to say the G's and prior, they had a different style of head as well. So and just in general tended to be more aggressive. Not necessarily more efficient, but more aggressive. So. But so far this feels pretty good. And it's interesting because this has such a small head on it. I mean, if you look at the amount of head that's touching the face compared to, I don't know, and just the feel of it is so small and precise compared to even just like the head size. Even though you're only touching this part to your face, this feels so sort of nimble. Yeah. Yeah, I'll say this kind of feels like if you've used an M adjustable Schick, kind of feels like a 3 or 4 maybe. There's just enough bite to feel the blade, but not, it doesn't feel like there's enough of a gap to kind of grab. The proof is going to be the next pass, how it goes, slides over the chin. So let's see. All right. Oh my, just such a pleasant, this is why I wanted to use this soap, because it's just such a pleasant smell, fragrance, and the skin feel. Just thicken it up a little bit there. Yeah, just wonderful stuff. And I've used it, I don't know, 8 times, and I've only, taken little pieces off the edge. So I will have this for quite a while to come, which is good news. All right, let's see how we do against the grain. Feels like it got it. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is about a little over a day and a half growth. Yeah, that's like a 3, maybe 4, because of the way it's not grabbing anything. All right. I consider myself a little lucky. There are very few positive outcomes of having cancer and chemo, but when I stopped growing facial hair and then eventually grew it back, when I was younger, before that, I had hair that grew down here and had to deal with shaving all around my Adam's apple. I had to get all the way sort of down into here. And when my facial hair grew back, it doesn't grow down there anymore. So fortunately, I don't have to come down like I used to. So that's my one positive outcome. Well, that and then my cancer went into remission and I'm still here. Okay, 2 good things from chemo, because all the rest of it was not positive. All right, I've got just little bits here I'm going to clean up. Yeah, why not? And I'm going to try to be gentle. yeah, this is just literally just pushing, I mean, not pushing at all, just touching. Touching the razor to the skin and sliding it. Zero pressure. And most times I'm not using a lot of pressure. I'm sure most of you know this. In case you're new, like you'll hear people say no pressure, zero pressure. And especially like this is a pretty light razor, so I'm going to use a little bit of pressure. Obviously you don't ever push hard because you're gonna, unless you have iron skin, you're gonna regret pushing hard. So, all right, rinse and return. All right, and a little bit of Thayer's Witch Hazel in the spray bottle. And let that sit in for a second. I don't have my glasses on, but obviously I cut myself somewhere. A little bit of blood on the towel. Let's see. Maybe just under my chin, around the neck. Not a big deal. All right, let this soak in. Be right back. All right. And as I mentioned, splash, matching splash. The one small complaint I will levy or raise, I don't know, whatever the right word is the ingredients in this are 100 proof denatured alcohol, fragrance, and polysorbate. So there's really nothing in terms of sort of skin foods or, you know, post-shave enhancers or anything like that. It's really alcohol and fragrance. And I'll say there was a very mild amount of sort of burn with the alcohol. Definitely not what I'm calling irritation. I mean, if we say irritation, I'm going to call it, you know, very mild. So, but I usually will let the sort of heat subside before I put on balm, because I've noticed that if I were to put on balm right now, it would be, it would cause a little bit of irritation and burn. And I don't know if that differs with the balm. I've tried, I don't know, 5 or 6 different balms and they all do that. So I'm gonna dry my stuff while I wait. Be right back. All right. So I'm gonna finish up with a little bit of unscented balm from Sterling, as I almost always do, unless it's PAA aftershaves are about the only ones that I really like the post-shave skin feel without any extra balm. Yeah, maybe HC&C's Tiger Milk is pretty good. And I barely used any balm. I don't understand why sometimes it gets white and milky like this. And other times you can't even tell I put it on. So I don't know, maybe it's interacting with the aftershave. I don't know. I have no idea. But I'll let it soak in for a minute and then usually just sort of dab it off. But this is where I will leave you. Thank you ever so much for coming and spending a little bit of time with me. I don't know if I mentioned it. I've sort of gotten sick of Instagram and Facebook, partially because of just the overwhelming amount of content there is. And I just feel like I find myself after half an hour of sitting there that I feel like I've wasted a half an hour. And that's not to say I don't appreciate seeing people's stuff, but I also feel like it's a little bit of a trigger for me to buy things. And you know, I'm still there. If people want to get in touch with me, I'm happy to have conversations and things like that, and I'll check in on groups that I like. But you know, there's 10 new groups a week for shaving. I think, why? You know, there's already 100 groups. How many groups for shaving do we need? But I guess everybody feels they have something unique to say, or I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So this is my social media. This is my interaction with people. I watch people's videos. I comment. They reply to me. Vice versa. You know, people comment on my videos. I reply to them, and that's good. I enjoy this because I can see them. They can see me. And it feels, I don't know, this is just what I prefer. So after 3 minutes of rambling on about this, basically the gist is that I like being here on YouTube, and I like making the videos, and I like getting the feedback and having the conversations, and that's where I'm going to put my time, hopefully more so than social media. So, all right, friends, thank you. I will see you again soon. I wish you all the best. Hope you have a wonderful week. Yeah, this is Sunday. Hopefully I get this up today. And I will see you again real soon. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.